All right, welcome everybody. This is the Ha League. And there we go. Maybe a little bit more, but it is. All right, testing out here different, how should I say? There we go. Different sort of things. Volume levels as we're about ready to go. As the Ha League is ready to go into its third week, it's Pittsburgh and Dallas will be playing today. Also, you're going to have Detroit and Baltimore, Minnesota and Buffalo. Buffalo favored by 6. Tampa Bay and Cleveland, Jacksonville and San Francisco, not bad. The Giants and Cincinnati. The Redskins and the Oilers, New Orleans and the Jets. New England and Philadelphia from the same year. The Rams in Kansas City. Chicago and Indianapolis. Chicago a big favorite with Walter Payton. Denver and Atlanta. Oakland, Miami. Green Bay, Seattle, Arizona. San Diego. Houston, Carolina. And now Dallas and Pittsburgh. As this should be one from Heinz Field. It'll be interesting. A windy day from Heinz Field. All right, well, we're about ready to go, and it is the Steelers and the Cowboys. Dallas is 2-0, Pittsburgh 1-1, and we're going to be ready to go here from Heinz Field. The coin toss, it'll be Dallas's, and we're going to be ready to go. We're going to be underway. Number 1989 rules. Septien the kick. It's going to be to the 13. Returned. And 25 up to the 30, 35, and up to the 39.
Holding, receiving team, 10-yard penalty.
And that's going to be Darren McFadden. The penalty there. So on this side, you're going to have Roethlisberger on offense, the quarterback so far. 1 touchdown, 1 interception in 2 games. He's been sacked 6 times. Hasn't been good yet. Willie Parker, 256 yards. Kerry Davis back there. Holmes, Heath Miller, Hines Ward, and Dallas's defense. Right now, Jim Jeffcoat is on there. Randy White, Ed Too Tall Jones. It'll be a really good game. It'll be first down. Roethlisberger, they give to Willie. Willie up the middle. Willie's going to get 8. And he's going to get 9. It'll be second down. Second down and 1. The Steelers from the 34. Roethlisberger, the quick throw to Hines Ward, and a first down. So a gain of 11, and here come the Steelers now. It'll be first down and 10. Got to make sure everything is going, and it is. It'll be first down and 10. Given to Willie Parker, and up the middle, it's going to be a gain of 3. The Steelers are going to hammer their run game, but they also have Roethlisberger. He's a great quarterback here. It'll be second down. Back to throw. Looking, Roethlisberger throwing to the near side. That's Hines Ward, and a first down. So they're looking good against this Dallas defense. Remember San Diego. Remember that 10-8 game we just had. First down, Roethlisberger looking, screen. And there it is. That's going to be Miller. Heath Miller, and what a run. He gains 14 and a first down. So Heath Miller down to the 32 and a first down. Here come the Steelers. It's a 0-0 game. Roethlisberger over to Willie. Willie to the 31. It'll be second down and 9. 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger, they go to Parker, and they're going to get 3 more. It'll be 3rd down. So very beginning, the Steelers looking good, but it's a 3rd and 6. For the Steelers back to throw. Roethlisberger, the draw is down to Willie Parker, and he's going to be short by a yard. Short by a yard. And Jeff Reed will try the field goal. This is going to be 45 yards. The wind is howling. This might be difficult. And it's good. 40-yard attempt. Sorry about that. And the Steelers have a 3-0 lead. Good. A mix of runs, a mix of passes. And this will be deep and through the end zone. So I think the wind is actually blowing behind his back. It'll be 1st down for Dallas. And we just went through this last time. Tony Dorsett only 73 yards so far this year. And the Steeler defense, there's a lot of talent there. There really is. It'll be 1st down. Hogeboom to Dorsett. Dorsett a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. The Steelers are 1-1, lost their first game, and then won their last game. Back to throw. Hogeboom looking, throwing. That's going to be Mel Renfro, and a 1st down, a gain of 11. So 1st down and 10 for Dallas. They're starting to drive. There's Dorsett. Dorsett a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. The Steelers 3-0 over Dallas early. Hogeboom back to throw. Looking, throwing too far. Try to hit Donnelly. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 9. Hogeboom. That's going to be a flag. And a sack by James Harrison. Well, let's see what it is. Oh, and it's going to be an automatic 1st down, Chris Hogue.
1st down.
And his hands got up there. And Dallas stays alive. It's going to be 1st down at the 50. They give it to Dorsett. Dorsett on the near side. Dorsett still getting yards. Dorsett down to the 42. To the 41 and a gain of 9. 2nd down, Pittsburgh 3, Dallas nothing. Hogeboom looking and too far. 3rd down. 3rd and 1. They draw to Dorsett and they get a 1st down, so Dallas keeps it going. That's a 2nd, 3rd down that they got. 1st down, they go to Dorsett, and that's going to be 2 yards. 2nd and 8. 3-0 Steelers as they are driving. As Dallas is driving, there's a penalty.
Start. Offense, number 64, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
Rafferty, the false start. It's going to be 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Hogeboom. Looking, throwing, that's going to be Renfro. And down he goes. These early season games mean a little bit more than you'd expect. And it'll be 3rd down and 7. They might want to try and get some more. This would be 54 yards from this point, a little out of Septien's range. Hogeboom looking, Ferrier in a sack. That's another sack and no penalty this time. No penalty, and now they're going to punt. So Danny White in the punt down to the 14-yard line, and the Steelers will take it. Though this is going to be their 2nd possession. Early on, the Lions trying to get their first win, an upset 7-0 there. Minnesota upset 3-0 there. Scoreless Cleveland and Tampa Bay also winless there. 7-0 49ers over Jacksonville. Scoreless in New York. Scoreless the Oilers and Redskins. 7-0 the Jets trying to get their first win. New England 7-7 with Philadelphia. A little bit of a surprise there. Kansas City. St. Louis 10-7 over there. Indianapolis tied at 7 with Chicago. Chicago's a good team. 2-0 Atlanta over Denver. That's a shock. Oakland 7-3 over Miami. Seattle 7-3 over Green Bay. San Diego 10-0. And Carolina 14-0 over the Texans. Danny Marino trying to get a championship. He's got two people in the fight. He's got the 84 and the 86. Miami Dolphins. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Roethlisberger to throw. Throwing over the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. It'll be a 3rd down. 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Roethlisberger, nothing, and that isn't good. Not good at there, and now just absolutely nothing. Their second possession, a 3 and out. Here comes Dallas. A nice punt return of 9, but
Illegal
good punt
block.
coverage,
Team,
and they're going to be
10-yard
pushed back.
penalty.
They didn't want that. So let's see what Dallas can do on their second possession. The Steelers were stymied. They go to Dorsett. Dorsett to about the 40 and a 1st down, a gain of 13. 1st down and 10 for Dallas. And Springs, he'll get a couple. 2nd and 8. Hogaboom looking. Hogaboom, he's going to run. He takes off. He gains 2, but Palomalu with the stop. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 6. Draw to Dorsett, and he's going to be short, and that's going to end the quarter. At the end of 1 quarter, it's the Steelers 3 and Dallas nothing. Not. So it is 3-0. They're going to have to punt. And here's White again. High and deep. And down at the 9-yard line. The Steelers, it's 3-0. It'll be 1st down for Roethlisberger. Back to throw. Ben looking, throwing to Hines Ward. And he'll get about a gain of 6 here. That's the thing, 2nd down. They want to be able to get a 1st down here. Roethlisberger to Willie Parker. Willie breaks a tackle. Here comes Willie on the run. Willie, and close. Willie, he's going to get a 1st down. Still churning, and he gains 8. And a 1st down. So here come the Steelers, 32 rushing yards so far. Fumble, and picked up by the Steelers again. Max Starks. It was just Jeffcoat will be credited with the strip sack. Starks falls on it, 2nd and 15. Roethlisberger to throw. Randy White gets him, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 20. Big 3rd and 20. Roethlisberger to throw. No. And it's going to be 4th down. Downs. Nothing there. And now they're going to kick. So the Steelers just, I'm telling you what, right now, not looking good. And that's going to be Allen. 3-0 Steelers over Dallas. It'll be 1st down. Hogaboom. They give to Springs. Springs on a run down to the 40, to the 33, to the 32, and a 1st down. As the Steelers, as Dallas is starting to drive, 1st down, Hogaboom. To Springs. Springs to the 30. 2nd and 8. Hogaboom to Dorsett. Dorsett a gain of 1. 3rd and 7. Under 10 minutes to go in a half. This is big. Septien warming up. This is on the outer layer of his range. Hogaboom, the throw underneath the Springs. They're going to gain 4. It'll be 42 yards for Septien. 42. Blocked! And the Steelers got it. James Ferrier with the block. The Steelers pick it up. They haven't had much all day, and they pick it up. After the block, it'll be first down. Hand off to Willie. And Willie Parker again a 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. The Steelers are going to try and get a little bit more. Here's Willie. Willie again, 40. And it's going to be up to the 43. 3rd down and 1. Back, they're going to hand it to Willie. Willie on a run. Willie got it. And a first down. Roethlisberger only 38 yards throwing, but there's going to be a flag.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense. Number 72. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
That'll be on Too Tall Jones. Pittsburgh 3, Dallas nothing. Back to throw. Roethlisberger over the middle. He's got Holmes, and he dropped it. 2nd and 5. It was right in his hands. They give to Willie. Willie again, 50 down to the 45, and a first down, a gain of 7. 1st and 10. Steelers 3-0 over Dallas. Roethlisberger back to throw. They're trying to drive. They go to Heath Miller, and nothing there as he gets hit. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's gonna be an end around to Santonio. Santonio on the run down to the 30 and down to the 27. Santonio Holmes, 17 yards and a first down. Roethlisberger hasn't completed a pass for a while. It'll be first down. They give it to Willie. Willie on the run. He'll gain 4, so it'll be 2nd down and 6. They're driving. The Steelers want another. They want at least 6-0. Reed getting ready. 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger will throw. No good. 3rd down. 3-0 Pittsburgh over Dallas. 3rd and 6. Back to throw. They're going to hand it to Willie. Willie's going to be on the run. Willie. And that's going to be a first down. Again, they're using time, and they want to use a lot of time. They want to make Dallas in a 2-minute hurry-up offense. Roethlisberger, they give it to Davis. Davis down to the 14, 2nd down and 7. Steelers using time. Back to throw. The blitz is on. Roethlisberger over. No, too far to Ward. 3rd down and 7. Back, they're going to give it. That's going to be Willie. Willie down to the 10. A yard short. It'll be 4th down. Timeout, Dallas. As Jeff Reed will kick. Dallas wants to, they're gambling here a little bit. So here's Reed. This will be 8-17, 25 yards for Reed. And good, right through the middle, and it's now 6-0. Taking a look right now, these are pretty much halftime scores. Detroit looking good, 10-0. Buffalo, 10-3 over Minnesota. Tampa Bay and Cleveland going for the first win. Tampa Bay up by 7. San Francisco 14-7 on Jacksonville. The Giants still up, 3-0 on Cincinnati. The Oilers 14-3 over the Redskins. The Jets 13-0 over New Orleans. New England 14-7. They're a tough football team. Look at St. Louis. A big time offensive showdown there. 24-21 there near the half. Chicago leading Indianapolis 14-7. Indiana's trying to get a win on the board. Look at Atlanta beating Denver 12-0 now. Oakland 17-3. Over Marino and Miami. Green Bay and Seattle are tied. San Diego 17-3 over Arizona. Carolina 21-0 over the Texans. So they want to make sure, 2:14 to go. 15-yard line. And here they go. They want to go. It's going to be up to the 30. That's going to be a first down, McSwain. 2:05, so they're going to get one. There's Hogaboom. Hogaboom, the throw. Dorsett's got it. 35-40. Here comes Tony. And out of bounds, 2 minutes. And the Steelers 6-0. Well, Steelers 6-0 against Dallas. Hogaboom on a first down, gonna throw underneath the Dorsett and hit hard. Lamar Woodley hit him hard. It'll be second down. Back to throw. They got a couple people going. It's incomplete. Third down. 3rd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Fourth down. So here they go. Danny White to kick. They're going to return it from the 5. Holmes, Antonio. And he gets to the 6. So Dallas could use timeouts here and get it back, maybe a field goal. The Steelers trying to, let's see what they do. Roethlisberger, they go to Willie. Willie to the 10. And he's going to gain 5, 2nd and 5. Timeout Dallas. Minute 37. This is very big. The Steelers up 6-0. Dallas trying to get a field goal here. Roethlisberger underneath. Davis does not hang on. 3rd and 5. A big 3rd and 5. Roethlisberger to throw. He throws. He's 4 of 13 now. 4 of 13. And now the kick, a minute 30. To the 50-yard line. And that's going to be Mitch Berger kicking it far. So a minute 24 to go. It'll be first down, Dallas. Back to throw. Hogaboom looking, nothing, second down. This game, a monstrous defensive game. Second down. Springs on the run. It'll be a gain of 7, 3rd down and 3. Dallas has no timeouts remaining. 3rd and 3. Hogaboom, and that's going to be a first down to Donley. And now they got to hurry it up. It'll be first down. Hogaboom back to throw. Throwing and incomplete. 2nd and 10, under a minute to go. Hogaboom back to throw. Hogaboom, no. 3rd down, 49 seconds on a 3rd and 10. Gary, that's going to be complete. And that's going to be Tony Hill gets it. Now it's going to be out of bounds. So it'll be 44 yards. Septien's first field goal was blocked. Let's see what happens here. Septien up and good. And it's the Steelers 6.
Defense,
oh.
5-yard penalty.
So, I don't know. They're taking points off the board. Dallas will have it. They got to do it again. I don't know about this. First down. They go to Dorsett on the run down to the 20. I don't know if you're going to do this. It'll be second down. Now they're going to kick again? Really? Let's see. Septien, and it is good. So they do take time away. And it's 6-3. So they want to make sure they kick it out of the end zone. And the Steelers are going to down it. And they're going to just, they'll take a knee. Roethlisberger will. And it is the Steelers 6, Dallas 3. At the half. Crazy sort of day. We'll be back. 3 field goals. 6-3. The Steelers lead Dallas, and basically the running yards are better than the passing yards for everyone. A brutal defensive team. It seems that Dallas is an extremely good defensive team. But offensively, they're having trouble. And they're going to down it in the end zone. Remember, 1989 rules, so overtime is sudden death. It's the only sudden death overtime that we have. First down, Hogaboom. They give to Springs. Springs on the run. That's got to be a first down. So they gain 15 up to the 35. Dallas wants to plug that running game again. They give it to Springs, and maybe a gain of 2 second down. Steelers have a really good defense. 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Hogaboom, deep, incomplete. Ike Taylor knocks it away. 3rd down and 8, a 6-3 game. Springs on the run, Springs short. And now they're gonna kick. So the Steelers 6-3, high and deep. I think they missed their last 7 passes. San Antonio Holmes 10 to the 11-yard line. They're going to put it on the 10. Here comes a first down. Roethlisberger to Willie Parker, 15-yard line, gain of 6, 2nd down. 2nd and 4. Nobody really moving the ball very well. Here comes Willie. Willie again. Willie, there's going to be a penalty. Let's see what it is.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
And that's going to be on Brewing.
Penalty,
or
first down.
However you say that, it's going to be added on 15. That's tough. So the Steelers have good field position at the 40. Here's Willie Parker, and he loses 4. And the same guy with the stop. 2nd down and 14. Roethlisberger to throw. There's Roethlisberger, and a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 13. But Welday Moore is back there. 3rd down and 13. Back to throw. And that's going to be Holmes, Antonio Holmes, and now they're going to have to punt. So this is just back and forth, a lot of punting. The Steelers, that was the first completion, I think, since the first quarter. For Roethlisberger, was only 47 yards throwing, 49 for Dallas. 6-3 game. It is just a meat grinder and a meat grinder. They go to Dorsett, and he loses 2. It'll be 2nd and 12. Second down and 12, Hogaboom. And too far.
Pass interference.
Oh,
defense.
and they're going to call pass interference on Darren McFadden. So just give me 1 second here. And right now, the Steelers 6, Dallas 3. Dallas is playing a whole bunch of games where they are just, like, they are not scoring at all. (6-3). Back, Hogaboom. They give it to Dorsett. Nothing there. There's a penalty.
Holding. Offense. Number 80. 10-yard penalty.
Tony Hill. They're going to knock it back. 1st and 20. Hogaboom. That's going to be over the middle to Tony Hill. He'll get 9 of it back, so it turns out to be about a 1-yard penalty. 2nd and 11. Springs. And a gain of 3, third down and 8. 6-3. The Steelers lead Dallas. Back to throw. Hogaboom over the middle, and it's incomplete. It'll be 4th down, and now they got a kick. So a lot of punts, a lot of good punts. Like the punters are having a good day. Not many shanks. To the 10-yard line. Holmes. There's Santonio. He could go. And Santonio to the 30. He's to the 26. So this is huge now. This is huge. A first down. They give it to Willie, and Willie to the 24. It'll be 2nd and 6. Can the Steelers get a 2-score lead? That would be humongous in this game. Willie again, 3 more. 3rd down and 3. Can it get a first down here? Back to throw quickly, no. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Jeff Reed. Can they make it 9-3? It is good, and it's 9-3 off the punt return. What a bizarre, low-scoring, brutal defensive game. That's the thing for the Cowboys. They've been brutal all day, and the Steelers don't want to be nifty about this. They want to kick it as far as they can and not let a special teams. They don't want their special teams to give anything up. 9-3. Remember, the Cowboys won 10-8 against the Chargers. They go to Dorsett. Dorsett loses one. It'll be 2nd down. Tough game here. Hogaboom, and that's Tony Hill. He'll get 8 more. It'll be 3rd down and 3. 9-3 on a 3rd down and 3. Too far. And now they got a punt. Like, it feels really good if you're a Steeler fan. It feels, let's see, what is this? Danny White looking. Danny, it's a fake, and Danny White will get a first down. Danny White, a quarterback. He was a good athlete at Arizona State, and there's the fake punt. And I was going to say the Steelers looking good. There's Dorsett again. Dorsett will gain 2. It'll be 2nd down. I was just getting the vibes. The Steelers looking really, really good. They feel so dominant, up 9-3, and then that happens. There's going to be a flag. Hogaboom a little too far, and let's see what it is.
Holding offense, number 68, 10-yard penalty.
So it'll be 2nd down and 18 in a game like this. They got to go back to throw. Throwing underneath, and that'll be Donnelly, 3rd down. 3rd and 13. Pittsburgh 9, Dallas 3. Hogaboom over, and that's going to be 4th down, and now the kick. Wow. Danny White this time does punt it. They're ready for it. And from the 15, I think they're going to go into watch mode. They really are, as 1:17 to go. There it is, end of 3rd quarters. Baltimore, the Ravens, now 14-10 over Detroit. Buffalo blowing out Minnesota. Tampa Bay and Cleveland tied at 7. San Francisco 14-7 at the end of 3. 10-3 New York against Cincinnati. The Oilers 14-3 against the Redskins. The Jets 20-14 looking good. New England 21-7 against Philadelphia. Philadelphia having problems. Kansas City and St. Louis, a little subdued 3rd quarter. Chicago 17-7 looking good there. Atlanta still 12-0. They got a really good defense. Oakland 17-3 over Miami. Green Bay 16-10 over Seattle. The Chargers 17-3 over Arizona, trying to bounce back from last week. 28-2 Carolina over Houston. Carolina is 2-0. First down for the Steelers. Roethlisberger Back to throw, looking. There's Hines Ward on a quick throw and a gain of 6. So it'll be 2nd down and 4. They want to get a first down. They hand it to Davis. Davis only gets about 1, 3rd down. 3rd and 3. Roethlisberger over to Ward too far. And it'll be 4th down, and now they're going to kick. So 9-3. High and deep. And let's see where it goes. It's going to be about a gain of 2. 18 seconds to go. Hogaboom. Here's Tony Hill on the reverse. Tony Hill, 40. And he got 10 and a first down, and that should do it. At the end of 3, the Steelers have a 9-3 lead. All field goals. A brutal defensive game. Very brutal. I think Dallas is going to keep their defensive yard streak alive. They held San Diego to 8 points, 110-8. They might hold the Steelers to 9 and lose. First down and 10, Hogaboom to throw. Hogaboom, Chris Hoke hit Hogaboom, and it'll be 2nd down, and he just drilled him. 2nd down, they give to Dorsett. You could tell that was coming. Dorsett weaves his way. A gain of 6, it'll be 3rd down and 4. Dallas 3rd down and 4. Very big if they can try and get a first down here. Hogaboom. They go, that's gonna be Springs. Springs, he's short by 2, and the question is, do you go for it or not? The Steelers are just gonna watch for the fake punt. And high to the 15. And they lose 3 on the return. They want to make sure they fake. They got to start getting a little bit genius ideas to do something here. Well, the Steelers first down. There's Willie Parker. 2 completions for Roethlisberger since the first quarter. 2nd down and 10. Roethlisberger pitches out to Willie. Willie, he'll gain 6 there. It'll be 3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4. Roethlisberger to hand it to Mewelde. More nothing there. It'll be 4th and 3. And now they're going to have to punt. Mitch Berger into the 39. Wow. Tough. First down, back to throw, looking. This is going to be short, no good. 2nd down, tried to go to Doug Cosby. So 2nd down, Hogaboom, the Springs. Springs still breaks a tackle. And it'll be 3rd and 3. Dallas down by 6. This is one of those games the Steelers feel a little bit in control. Dallas is starting to get downfield. They have much better field position. And it's going to be 4th down, and they're going to fake punt it. I don't know if they are or not. They're just going to watch for it. That's their biggest thing. They don't care about punting, returning. It's Antonio Holmes, and it's going to be a gain of 37. And a return of 3. So first down for the Steelers. They've had 2 completions since the first quarter. They pitch it out to Willie. Willie will get a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. 5 minutes to go in all the other games. And hand off to Mewelde Moore. They're just trying to take time down. It'll be 3rd and 3. They hand it to Willie. And Willie a first down and more to the 40 to the 43. 113 yards for Willie Parker. And here you see 4th quarter late. Buffalo a solid lead. Tampa Bay and Cleveland are tied. San Francisco sprouted out pretty good. There's a 10-8. The Giants in Cincinnati. The Oilers 14-6. The Jets 27-14. New England blowing out Philadelphia. St. Louis and Kansas City, what a game there. Chicago and Indianapolis, a great game there. Atlanta, look at Denver. Atlanta by a single point over Denver. Denver's coming back at Mile High. Green Bay 23-10, they might win over Seattle. San Diego 17-10, they're trying to hold on. And Carolina 28-16 over Houston. Houston Texans. So here come the Steelers, 8.5 to go. First down, Roethlisberger. Throwing deep, and he can't hit Ward. Second down and 10. This is a brutal defensive game. Back to throw, Roethlisberger. Throws down the middle. That's going to be Hines Ward. The first down, 3 completions since the first quarter. That's incredible. First down now, 9-3. They go to Willie. And Willie, that's going to be nothing there. Second down and 10. Under 7 minutes to go. Roethlisberger back to throw. Looking. He's trying to go deep. He's got time, but he gets hit. He throws, and that's going to be a completion to Nate Washington, but they're offsides, and they're just going to let it go. Let the clock run. It'll be second down. 3rd and 2, they decline it. I don't know. But they're going to take a 3rd down and 2. Roethlisberger, the draw to Willie. Willie and a first down. That's what they needed. So Dallas has to start wondering if the Steelers get another field goal. That could be it. It'll be 9. And here's Willie again, and that's going to be nothing. There's second out. They're letting the clock run. Second down and 10. Would be 49 yards for Reed. They give it to Davis. He loses 1. It'll be 50 yards. 3rd and 11. And the wind is in their face. Roethlisberger throwing, and it is caught by Nate Washington. And that was a huge catch and a first down. Pittsburgh has the wind. With the wind at 10 miles an hour, it'll be first down. They give it to Willie, and he loses 1. It'll be 2nd and 11. What will Dallas do? Well, if the Steelers get a first down, they need to call a timeout. They give to Mewelde Moore. Mewelde, and they lose 3 there. It'll be 3rd down. Dallas calls timeout. They got to just blitz everybody. They can't give up a point. Remember, there are no 2-point conversions. Roethlisberger, not in this league. They throw to Nate Washington again. He's in bounds. It'll be 4th down, and now they're going to let it run to the 2-minute warning. And that's 2 minutes. Pittsburgh 9, Dallas 3. Well, Roethlisberger will not get 100 yards. He won't get 100 yards. But now it's going to be 4th down and 10, and this is big 36-yard field goal for Jeff Reed. If he nails it, this thing could be over. And it is good. 12-3. I didn't see that go. So it's going to be 12-3, and here's the kick. It's going to be, they're going to down it. They need 9 points. They need a touchdown and a field goal in any order. First down, Dallas. Hogeboom. Looking, throwing, and incomplete. Polamalu with the coverage. Tipped away. It'll be 2nd and 10. Hogeboom again. They're just throwing. They got 2 timeouts, and that's going to be Doug Cosby. Nothing there. 3rd down and 9 as he gets out of bounds. 1:47. They got to go for it. Back to throw. Hogeboom, the throw, no good. Ike Taylor knocks it away, and now it's 4th and 9. 4th down and 9. This could be it. Hogeboom to throw. Looking, throwing, and it no good, and it could be over. So here come the Steelers now, 12-3 in a game. Highly forgettable. And a timeout for Dallas, a minute 32. The Steelers a first down, and that'll be the game. They give to Willie, and nothing there, third down. They're going to call timeout. You wonder at 12-3, you want the field goal because that'll make it 2 touchdowns. 3rd and 8. Roethlisberger, they give to Willie. Willie's going to run up the middle, not enough. But this time the clock will run. And here's Jeff Reed to make it 15-3. 5 field goals. And it's good. 5 for 5 for Jeff Reed. 15-3. And they want to kick it out of the end zone. And they do. 35 seconds. They're going to have to, get a touchdown on this play. Hogaboom, and nothing. Second down. There's a flag.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 24. Automatic. First
5
down.
plays for 12 yards. If it's 1 touchdown, maybe, but now they got to get 2. Hogaboom. And that's Kiesel, the hard hit, incomplete. It'll be 3rd down. Oh. He was leveled by Brent Kiesel. 3rd down. 25, 2nd and 10. The throw, nothing there. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to go to Donnelly. 18 seconds. Even if they score now, I think it's not going to be enough time even to get the extra whatever. And it's 4th down. And now you know there's not going to be enough time. Well, if they score, there might be about 4 seconds to go. 4th and 10, Hogaboom, and Kiesel sacks him, and the Steelers are going to win 15-3. A game where the defense really took over, and the Steelers win 15-3. It was all field goals, 6 of them total, 5 by the Steelers. And MVP was Ferrier. It was 57-63. 57-63, 120 total plays. Roethlisberger not great. Hogaboom even worse, but Willie Parker was really good. Punting was 14 punts in the game. There were some first downs. Septien missed a field goal. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. Reed was 5 for 5. And that was big. Ike Taylor, 3 good defenses, a sack by Ferrier and Kiesel near the end. Jeff Coat had a sack. Randy White had a sack. And that's the way it was. It just, a little bit, and then punt. And that's the way it was. Your final was 15-3. And that's the end of week number 3 here. The gold medal games will be tomorrow. Let's take a look at all the other games. Baltimore beat Detroit. That's going to be Bam Morse. It was 10-0, 2 runs. Ray Lewis was ejected. And Baltimore wins there. Buffalo 20-17. They tried to do it punt. And Minnesota, 4 plays, they lost everything. Jim Kelly was all right. Brad Johnson was very good. And that is a solid team, but they lost. Tampa and Cleveland, 21-7, Tampa Bay. 2 scores late. And Tampa Bay wins 21-7. As San Francisco, 22-7 over Jacksonville. They had a safety at the end. Spurrier looked good. Not a bad game. Williams and all that. They're going to start looking. New England, they might be number 1. They had a heck of a game, and they look good. Steve Grogan was pretty good there. They had a heck of a game. Sam Bam Cunningham looking good there. The Jets, By 6, they hold on and win. Boomer Esiason trying to win a championship. The running back, Johnson, was incredible, 170 yards. So here's Houston now 14-6. The Oilers are 3-0. Warren Moon had a good day passing, but they can't run the football. That's the thing. They can't run it. That's a problem there. How about a 10-8 game? Another 10-8 game. And New York missed a field goal late, and then Cincinnati nothing. But the New York Giants, they get their first win. Bruner 11 of 14 for 121. We saw Dallas and Pittsburgh, St. Louis, 38-35. The 67-yard touchdown. Tony Banks to Lee. Remember, it's Tony Banks is their quarterback. They have a lot of they just don't have Kurt Warner. Let's see. Here's overtime, and Chicago beats Indianapolis. A crazy fourth quarter. And Walter Payton at 262 yards rushing in this game. 262. And I'm telling you right now, if they get to the playoffs, Chicago might win it all. They're 3-0. Denver, all 17 in the fourth quarter. Rich Karlis kicks a 36-yard field goal. A John Elway comeback. Denver is 2-1. Atlanta's 2-1 at Mile High. And that's John Elway, another patented comeback. A heartbreaking loss as Hampton at 124 yards. There, Houston and Carolina. Carolina 3-0. It was 28-2 after 3 in Carolina. Rodney Peete. And that's going to be Smith. Nick Goings from the University of Pittsburgh. Solid there. San Diego in overtime as Arizona came back. And then San Diego, Rolf Benerschke. And taking a look, James Harris. Not a great day, but Young and Woods had a great running attack. And they win 20-17 in overtime. Green Bay all over Seattle. Seattle didn't do a good job at all. Seattle not a great team. Meyer got crushed. Brockington 137 yards. And Miami and Oakland. Miami's Marino came all the way back. He had 310 yards in Marino. 20 of 34 for 310 with 2 scores. A good rating, but Jeff Hostetler, 275. Revez and Ford, that was pretty good. That was a good game. And how did it end? Well, Miami had it first in overtime. They punted. Miami hit a field goal. And Miami punted, and Oakland, remember, it's sudden death, kicked the field goal. Miami had it first, though. And Oakland's Ford nailed it. Your final 23-20. Let's take a look right now. We see in the rules, they're 1989 rules. And in the rules, that is the scrimmage line for the missed kicks. But let's take a look at the standings. Chicago is 3-0, and they're looking good. They're 5th in the power ranking. Carolina is 4th in the power ranking. They're 3-0. Dallas is 2-1, leading the NFC East. San Francisco is 3-0. Same with St. Louis, but I don't think they played anybody yet. Baltimore is 3-0. The Steelers are 2-1. Houston is 3-0. The Oilers, they're not in the top 5 in the power ranking. New England is 3-0. They're number 1. And Oakland is number 3. They are 3-0. We might have another New England-Oakland playoff game. Who knows? And that would be huge. The playoff teams right now, if we do it, remember the 3 wild cards. There it is, the 3 wild cards. So you have San Francisco would be 1, Carolina, Chicago, Dallas. And then the 3 wild cards as of now for the NFC would be St. Louis, Atlanta, and Green Bay. I know this is very early, but we do 3 wild cards for everything because you can, in a tournament you can make everybody make the playoffs here. In the NFC, it is in the AFC. Sorry, Baltimore and Oakland both 3-0, both 1996 teams. Houston and New England all undefeated. The Steelers, San Diego, and Buffalo right now would have it, but there's so much. They got to go tiebreakers, this and that. There's just so much that can happen. It's just crazy. The teams that look out of it, Detroit, Minnesota is so close, but they're not. Cincinnati, no. Cleveland is getting crushed. I mean, Cleveland lost 23-3, 17-3, and 21-7. They only have 1 touchdown. They're the worst offense. New England is number 4 on offense, 6 on defense. But you can see. Let's take a look at the teams, the games. Look at Trent Green for Kansas City. Really good, even though they... Let's take a look at the next Holly game in Week 4. New York and Jacksonville, San Diego and Atlanta. That could be good. Cincinnati, New England, Pittsburgh and the Redskins, Seattle, Houston, St. Louis, Detroit, Oakland and Baltimore. Now that's a game that we're probably going to have. They're 2-3. How about Chicago and San Francisco? I want to see Walter Payton. There's a few good ones. Carolina and Denver. That'll be a good one. But I want to see Chicago. I want to see Walter Payton. Walter Payton has 636 yards in 3 games. And I want to see what he does against the 49ers. And Chicago, looking at this, Chicago is number 2 in points, 1 in yards, 1 in rushing, 27th in passing. They're a really good team, 19th in defense. They beat Cincinnati, beat Seattle, beat Indianapolis, but we got to see. How about San Francisco, though? San Francisco is the number 1 defense points-wise, 5 in yards, but they're not good against the run. They're really good against the pass, but you just never know. They beat Buffalo 3-0. They beat Tampa Bay 17 to something, I think 10. And they beat Jacksonville, as you can see. It's just the scores go off the screen, so I don't, what do you do? Reports. There it is, statistics. I don't know, team. There it is. 3-0, 17 to 10, and 22 to 7. So that's probably going to be our next game. Taking a look at the Gold League. The Gold League, which will be the next one up. And we said we were going to do a 2-0 versus a 1-1. I saw one that was pretty good. There were a lot of different ones, but when I look at this, I take a look at Green Bay and Tampa Bay probably being the best game so far. Buffalo and Jacksonville might be good, But Green Bay and Tampa Bay. 97 Green Bay against 02 Tampa Bay. Brett Favre against Brad Johnson. That might be a really, really good game. All right, that's going to be it for today. Have a great day, and we will see you later.